I was in the Broadway show last summer, and Clint Eastwood happened to be at the show on a Sunday matinee because he knew that he was directing the film, and he wanted to cast people in the roles who had been a part of the show, who really understood these characters. And I was backstage one day, and I heard from a couple of the cast members, "Oh, Clint Eastwood's here." And I was like, "Oh, cool." I don't know why I didn't get nervous, but I was just like, okay, great. And I did my show, felt good about it. Afterwards, he said hello to us, took a group photo, and then I got an audition for the film. Funny enough, I only had an audition for one of the angels, so I originally didn't have an audition for Mary Delgado. But when I got into the room, I said to the casting director, because I felt like I had nothing to lose, I said, I was really hoping to come in and read for Mary Delgado. And he looked at me and he goes, I was thinking the same thing. So I read for the role, and after that I just felt so grateful that I had the opportunity. Whether I got the role or not, I just felt good that I had the chance. And a couple weeks later, I was home in the house that I grew up in Linden, New Jersey, with my whole family. We were all getting ready to leave for my older brother's wedding, and I got a message from my agent. She said, "Renee, I spoke to the people over at Jersey Boys, give me a call back." I called her back, and she got on speakerphone, and the next thing I remember is her screaming, "You're Mary Delgado in the movie." And I was like, "Ooh!" I screamed, and I ran out of the room. My mom was like, "What happened?" I was like, "I'm gonna be in a movie," crying. My grandmother, who's 92 years old, she's crying in her wheelchair. She goes, "I've been praying for you for this for years." So it was such a special moment, especially that I got to share it with my family in New Jersey, which is where this storyline takes place. So it was very, very special. So the role of Mary Delgado, the character, who was actually a real person, who is now deceased, unfortunately, the character is basically the same, but with the magic of film, you just get to see more of her, and you get to see how, she helped Frankie Valli and how they had such a connection. So it's really, really cool that I got to play this role because, I originally played the role on the first national tour for a year, and then I got to do the Broadway show and then the film. So this character is really someone that I understand very well, and getting to translate it to film was just so wonderful because, again, the character is more fleshed out, so you just get to see more of her. So it's the same character, same qualities, sassy, spitfire, sarcastic, smart, charming, but you just get to see more of that in the film. Clint does things a little differently with everything, which is why he's so great, but he follows the old style of directing when he was in Westerns himself, where the directors don't scream cut or rolling, because when he used to do Westerns, that would rile up the horses. So when Clint's on set with you, he kind of just moseys on up and he'll be like, "Whenever you're ready." And you're like, okay. So it's just so cool because it doesn't put so much pressure on. Like, it's not like, okay, here we go, cut, roll it. Like, it's just kind of like, we could be sitting here chatting and then all of a sudden we're rolling. A lot of times he films the rehearsals, which is awesome because sometimes that's when you get the best work because the actors are relaxed. And also he loves for his actors to improv. Like, there were several times during the filming of the movie that we improv'd. We would finish the scripted scene and then he would just let the camera keep rolling and we would just go at it. I mean, there were times that Frankie and I, you'll see in the film, we sometimes get at each other a bit. I mean, there was one point where we had been going on probably for 10 minutes, just back and forth, and then we cut, and he's like, "That was great. I can't wait to edit that." So it was just awesome because it's like, you just get to do what you do as an actor, and I really appreciated that. Anytime I would begin a scene, I would kind of remind myself, and this comes from my great training from Wagner College, take in the space, take in the surroundings. This is your living room. So if you lived here, where would you be? While your daughters are opening up Christmas presents, where would you sit and watch them? So just those little things that you have to think about as an actor, it was great to feel that again. So I had a lot of freedom as an actor, and it reminded me why I love doing this so much.